USDC, it's actually the most redeemed, stablecoin, really ever built. And that's because everyone understands that, USDC is always held in reserve as a dollar in a dollar liquid asset under a regulatory framework that defines it. There's not like an arb there or something to attack there,
right?
Unless you're going to attack the T-bill market, right? And that would be economic warfare between, say, China and the US or something like that. But we've redeemed, and people focus a lot on like, is it liquid? Is it redeemable? We've redeemed over the last 12 months 108 billion USDC. That's because it's liquid and always redeemable. And because it's always redeemable and you always get $1, that's why it's always held to $1.
Is there any level at which it could mimic a bank run? I know the answer, but I'm going to give you an answer, the opportunity to say it anyways.
No, I mean, this is I think the thing that people have to understand. Banks take your dollars and then they say, hey, I have an IOU. I owe you $1. Your balance, your demand deposit account, your balance is an IOU. But then what the banks do is they take your money and they invest it. They invested in automotive loans. They invested in mortgages. They invested in commercial loans. They invested in whatever the heck their proprietary, investing group wants to do. And so they do that on a leveraged basis, on typically like an 8-to-1 leverage ratio. That's what a bank is. That's what you're investing in. So yes, there can be runs on banks because they don't actually have the money. They have essentially, 8-to-1 leverage. And, in a severe economic environment, right? That's why you have these mutualized insurance products like FDIC to backstop that risk. But nonetheless, that's the case. In the case of USDC, it's cash and it's 3-month US Treasury bonds, right? So always, US Treasury bonds are the most liquid financial instrument in the world. The 3-month Treasury, US Treasuries, that is even safer than a deposit in a bank, because a deposit in a bank, you're kind of taking the risk, the underlying risk there. And so it's structurally very, very different. And we'd like to make it even safer over time. We'd like to have the cash parked at the Fed. And so you got a cash at the Fed and you've got basically short-term government debt. And that gives you something that is as close to a cash or cash equivalent that you can get that's imaginable, but it has, internet superpowers because it's operating as a digital currency on a blockchain.
That's dope.